There's no experience like live theater, and you can get that experience right here at La Comedia Dinner Theater. Hi, I'm Maureen Russell Hodson, and this is Springboro Business Matters. And today we are at La Comedia with its new owners, Dave and Sherry Gabert. Hi.
Hello, hello.
And congratulations. I know you're still under a year of owning La Comedia, but what would make one purchase a dinner theater?
Well, for years we've been into the theater business as well. I've been working here probably the past 4 or 5 years since COVID, building sets and so forth, and in the background of the theater. And just one thing kind of led into another that we really wanted to expand and take it over. The owners were, the current owners, the Atkins, were ready to kind of move forward and give it up at that point, and we were lucky enough to follow in their legacy and take it over.
It really is quite a legacy. I mean, I think everyone knows La Comedia Dinner Theater, so you have quite a history that you're building on.
Correct.
Another thing is our daughter is an actress here. So
okay.
she was acting on the stage here for since after COVID. Her first one was Little Mermaid. And so that also brought us to the theater world. And a little bit of background, our girls grew up in Vandalia Youth Theater, and so we've been an acting family or a drama family for a very long time.
So you're kind of bringing some of your loves. I'm assuming that you had maybe some restaurant experience, or you had experience here, as well as the theater, and it's kind of a perfect marriage. Exactly. Because your title, the name of the business, La Comedia Dinner Theater, kind of says it all. You have dinner and theater.
That's correct. That's correct.
Let's talk about the dinner part, because you have a lot of things on your menu that people just love and keep coming back for. You get a full service dinner when you come, right?
That's correct, yeah. So we start off with our signature salad, and then you're invited to the buffet, which has assortments of breads, pastas, meats, vegetables, and our signature sweet potato souffle as well. And after that, we change over to a theater, and you watch our show. And
you're seeing professional New York type performances, right? The productions that you're doing?
Correct.
Where do these actors come from?
So actors are local, and then also we find actors from New York and from California, Texas. Our last one of our shows, West Side Story, we had probably actors from about 20 different states in that show, because we go on a website and people submit their resumes and their headshots and everything to us through that site, and we kind of audition them through that. So we've got local talent, and we've got people as far as California.
Walk us through the beginning of production. You have such a terrific schedule. Let's say you have a show to start in December. How soon, how early do you start working on it? When do you start putting things together?
Well, for instance, our next show is Sheer Madness. That's already been cast, but our show after that is Saturday Night Fever, and we will be holding auditions for that in about 3 weeks.
Do you have to do this?
Yeah, basically.
No, I haven't. Am I cast?
John yeah. We'll do the local auditions. We'll do the submittals online. Sometimes, as Sherry said, we'll go out to New York or other places and do the auditions as well. But then once the audition process is complete, we take about 1 to 2 weeks to select our cast. Then after that, we get the rest of the production team together, including like the lighting designer, set designers, and so forth. And then that process begins as far as building the sets, designing the lights, and then they begin rehearsal about 2.5 weeks before the show starts. So it's a very quick pace environment. And
but you're working with people who are used to that kind of pace. They're actors, they're professionals, they know what to do.
Yes.
So you're going to see a top level show when you come for this.
Yes. And the current show, Wizard of Oz, has pyrotechnics and all this flying and everything. We're flying. We're doing all kinds of different things in it. So this is probably one of the biggest productions we put on for that kind of thing. So yes, you're going to see a big Broadway production.
Wow. Yes. How do you decide which productions you're going to do, and how early? Were these decided last year?
Yes. We started choosing the shows probably about in December of 2023.
Oh, okay.
So one of the things is we have to go on and we have to request license for all of those productions. So we have to start pretty early if we want to get the best shows for that.
Correct. And then we're slated for 8 shows, and we will be announcing those in about 3 weeks for 2025. We'll announce our 8-show schedule. And so it's very exciting. So like I said, it's our 50th year, and so it's a lineup that has never been performed here at La Comedia, so it's brand new shows.
Ooh, for the 50th year, okay.
They're well known on Broadway and so forth, but here at La Comedia they've never been performed.
So they're obviously audience favorites that you know will
correct. Yes.
bring
We've
people
been listening
in.
to the requests of a lot of fans, so we've been taking that to heart, and we selected our line up accordingly.
So you've got shows that I would say probably for adult audiences, for family audiences, but you also do productions for children as well.
Yes.
That's a little bit different because dinner doesn't come with that, or how does that work?
Correct. So this year we're doing Descendants on July 20th.
Okay, which is the big Disney show, right?
It's a Disney show. And so in April, we auditioned children for that show. The cast was selected, and then they come in for 3 weeks and do their rehearsals, and then and they're short rehearsals, about 3 hours for 3 weeks, and then they do their production. We have 2 shows on July 20th, and both of those we have beverages that we'll serve at the beginning, but there's no dinner with that.
Yeah, well, and that's probably nice and affordable for families to bring their kids to enjoy the
Correct.
show.
Yes, it's a lower price.
So if you wanted to get tickets or get more information, is your website the best place to go?
Yes, LaComedia.com is the best place to go right now. It also has our phone number on there, or you can buy tickets online. So if you want to call the box office and order your tickets, or you can order them online. So you click the ticket, and it takes you to the online orders.
And this is really a great experience for families, for groups, for outings.
Perfect date night as well.
Perfect date night.
Oh, perfect date night. Okay.
Dinner and a show. You can't mess up with that.
You know, that's a standard date, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's for anybody
Yes.
to have. So
Yes.
from start to finish, about how long is an evening if you wanted to plan, if you had a babysitter or something?
I would say you probably want to plan for about a good 4 hours.
Okay.
To enjoy the evening. I mean, we'll
Yeah.
come in and, like I said, the buffet and the show. By the time you're out of here, you've had a well-spent evening.
Yes, and you've gotten to talk to each other a lot.
So I know
Before the show starts.
you two have said we're very much behind the scenes, but have you ever had the urge to perform on stage? Aha, maybe you have.
Sometimes you might see me up there, maybe doing some cameos every now and then.
Oh,
So you never know.
like
You
a
can
little
look out for
Alfred
that.
Hitchcock kind of thing.
Depends on the
Yeah, we'll be
depends
looking for
on the
Dave.
show, but he's always,
Okay.
There's
That's
some
right.
things that he's
I
always
might be
wanted to
popping
do.
in every now and then. So.
There's some shows that he'd love
But
to be a part
we'll
of.
leave most of it to the trained professionals.
Yes.
This is not. That's a great way to say it. Well, we wish you all the best here because I think it takes a lot of courage to buy a business, number one, and then to jump into something like dinner theater. I mean, I'm sure you feel really great about it. It must be a little bit scary too, right?
We're okay. We're getting the groove of it now.
Yeah.
But it's very exciting. I mean, it's not something that's around every corner. We're the only dinner theater in Ohio, professional dinner theater in Ohio. So
Is that right?
That's right. So
wow,
it's very
folks,
exciting.
that's why you have to come. You're the only professional dinner theater in
Definitely,
Ohio.
definitely.
Yeah.
And so it's not something that everyone experiences all the time. So we're really excited to be a part of that. We're excited to be in this community. I mean, it's a wonderful community to be within. The people are so welcoming and friendly. So it's just great. I mean,
Yeah, I think people used to think of dinner theaters like, something that old people go to. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but the kind of shows you have are really engaging and types of shows that everybody want to see and will be fully entertained.
that's what we're trying to do. Yeah,
Exactly. That's what we're trying to do. We want to make this a great family experience, a great date night experience, and groups are welcome as well. So we're trying to make that whole. I think when I talk to the box office, when they're talking to a person, I said, you're selling them an experience. You're not just selling them just a one-time thing. You're selling them something that they're going to remember. It's a memory.
Yeah.
A lot of people come here. We've got a banner for them to take pictures at. We've got a drink that goes along with our show. And so they get it. It's just a memory. And they post them on Facebook all the time, and we love seeing those because then we know that they appreciated what we did.
You're not just coming in, seeing a show and leaving. You're
Yeah.
really going to have a great experience
Yes,
and
you're gonna-
memories that you're going to take with
And you're
you.
going to share that with your
Right.
friends. So
Why is it so important for people to come and see live theater?
live theater is important because it's a cultural thing, and everybody needs a little culture in their life. And seeing people on stage doing their trade and practice it's just a wonderful thing. Hearing the music that during the show, you get to be involved. Sometimes some of our shows involve the audience, so it's great to just have that opportunity to feel like you're a part of it. I think when you watch things on TV, these musicals on TV, you just don't, you're kind of that, you're apart from it. Even watching a movie in a movie theater, you're not a part of it. And when you come here, we make you feel like you're a part of that show, you're a part of the experience that you have there. So I think it's just very important to have live theater in our world, just because it's just a culture. You're building your culture and you're building your love for something that's different than going to a sporting game.
And you'll never see the same show twice.
No, you'll never
right?
see the same.
For every actor, the
Yes.
actors are going to experience the audience differently.
Yes.
and they might deliver lines differently.
Yes.
So
That's
Yes.
correct.
you can watch a
It's very
movie,
interactive,
yeah,
yes.
over and over and
Yes.
see the same performance, but you're not going to see the same performance.
For instance, this is our third time doing Wizard of Oz in such a short period of time, and we've had several people come up to us and tell us, that's not the same show I saw 2 years ago or however many years ago it was. They're saying it's different this time, and I'm like, okay, they like it.
Yeah.
It's a different, so yes, every time you see a show here, you will get a different experience.
It's also important to introduce children to theater, and you're doing that through your youth productions, but also Wizard of Oz is a great show to bring kids to.
And we have Holiday Inn coming up for the holidays. That's definitely a show.
Well, I could break into song for that one too, but
Our summer shows
sisters.
tend to focus on a kids level show.
Yes.
So we definitely to bring them in for the summer. Yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of times you'll see either a Disney production or sometimes child production during the summer. So yeah, that's great. We love the focus with the kids. We love to get them started on the arts early, and it's just wonderful to see their face glowing. We'll have the cast out here as well at the end of the show.
Oh, you get to meet
And
the
they can
cast.
walk around
Okay.
and they take pictures, and like in this particular show, the little girls are dressed as Dorothy. Some of them are dressed as the Scarecrow, and it's just amazing. And they just take a picture with the cast and just see their faces and they glow.
So you're going to get a full experience when and a full experience and a full tummy because you're going to get dinner and the show, right?
That's exactly right.
And we also do, the Descendants, what we talked about earlier, but we also have a camp, a musical theater camp during the summer. And so we invite kids who just want to experience musical theater and get their kind of feet wet in it to see if that's something they like to do. Because we welcome families or children to audition for some of our shows. We need children in our shows. So Holiday Inn might have some children parts. So we need those in our shows. For Wizard of Oz, all of our Munchkins are children. So we need them to also audition for us as well. So
I would guess at every show, you've got to have at least one or two kids and maybe even adults who look at the stage and say, I want to be up there. I can do that. I'm
Absolutely.
interested in that.
Yes,
They do
absolutely.
that.
So this could be your first step into learning more about it.
And I'm going to tell you, that's where my girls started.
Okay.
We came here for Wizard of Oz in 2007 as well. I have a picture of both my daughters with the Glinda, and Glinda's in the show still.
Okay.
So that's how they got interested, and we brought them to La Comedia to get that theater experience and everything. So definitely something I would encourage for all families to bring their kids if they just give them a little taste and see if
A little taste of Broadway.
taste of
That's
Broadway.
exactly what our slogan is.
I know, and let's talk about the taste too, because you have some signature items on your menu that people really like. Have you changed the menu up at all, or can people kind of?
Our signature items stay exactly the same,
Okay.
but for each show we have a theme going, so we change it up just because season ticket holders, they're not getting the same thing in it for every show. So on every show we have different things that will kind of relate to the theme of the show.
We have sweet potato souffle and the signature beer battered fish are always going to be on there. But we also make sure that we have enough vegetables. We kind of make sure our pasta is a vegetarian type choice. We have 2 other meats, and then we have always ham or beef at the end of the buffet. So we do change the vegetables and those extras a little bit.
But plenty of food. You're not.
Oh my gosh, plenty of food.
And you get invited for seconds, so
Yes,
you'll have
invited
plenty.
for
Have plenty to eat. Plus, you get served dessert as well. So
Yes, there's a dessert.
You're going to need to sit for a couple of hours after you've eaten all that to be
Yes,
entertained by a
yes,
show.
yes.
All right. Well, are you game to play our Fast Five
up for it.
Springboro?
We're ready.
All right, here we go.
Try.
So we like to do this to all our businesses and ask you these questions. If please fill in after. If I weren't in the theater business, even though this is relatively new for you, I would be.
well, gosh, I'd probably still be building houses and doing construction.
And I'd be a teacher.
Okay, those are very fine
That's what led me in this
careers.
direction, yeah.
I find the business climate in Springboro to be.
I'm going to say very supportive and friendly.
Yeah, professional.
The best thing about my job is.
Oh, it's definitely meeting all the people that come in here and listening to their experience. It's amazing.
Yeah, I would say the best thing is just getting to know our customers and everything.
Absolutely.
We've had some great customers come through. So
My favorite place in Springboro is, other than La Comedia, because we know it's number one, but where else do you like to go in Springboro?
I like Heather's. I love their caramel apples.
And you'll see us stop at the Barrel quite a bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the barrel.
And that's a big hot spot for all the actors as well. So.
Oh, great.
Yeah, their
That's in
pizza's
walking distance from
delicious.
here. Yes.
One word that describes Springboro is.
Again, I probably have to repeat what I said before, friendly and
Yeah,
very
I would
supportive.
say friendly too, and very
It does
supportive
too, but-
and welcoming. Welcoming.
All right. Well, thank you so much for spending time with us today, for sharing the La Comedia story. It's so exciting. If you haven't been here for a while, now is the time to come. You've got a great schedule. You want to go to lacomedia.com for ticket information. You can also probably just stop in.
Yes, welcome
Absolutely.
here. We got a box office right behind us.
Give us a call, stop on in, or go online. We'll take care of you from there.
And it's dinner and theater,
Yes.
All in one.
the whole date
That's right.
package, the family package, whatever you need, right?
Yep, whatever you need.
All right.
We welcome you.
All
We
right.
can't wait to see you at the theater.
See that.
Thank you so. I was going to ask you if you want to do your favorite goodbye
Oh,
production, but I think she's got an act. She's an actress.
she's
For more information, again, you can go to lacomedia.com, or you can always check us out at ci.springboro.oh.us. Thanks for watching, and we will see you at La Comedia Dinner Theater.